All right, everyone, Melissa here. I want to throw out a video and talk about abortion some more before I get to my classes tonight. So I just did some homework on personal finances. Um, I'll talk about that another time. Some stuff with getting your finances in order with your business. I want to talk about abortion right now because I had met somebody who talked about how abortion had affected him. And it destroyed him so much that he went to drugs. And he was talking about this publicly, so it's not secret. So as he was talking about this, I got to meet him and talk to him. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I really, liked what you said about this. And I really, just want you to know, I've been through that myself. And, I know what, it's like on with my story. And I was sharing my story. He was telling me that it just destroyed him. It destroyed him. And I'm like, so he went to drugs. And I said, when I saw my boyfriend, my first boyfriend, years later in the grocery store, I was like, I am so sorry for what happened. This was like, what year was this? 2000, I want to say right around 2006. Yeah. I had seen him and I said to my husband, "Oh my goodness, that's so and so. That's Randy. I want to go talk to him a second." And he's like, hey, don't go over there. And I'm like, no, I want to. So I was talking to him and he was by himself and it was kind of a shocker to see him. And it was so weird because the feelings were just like there, like when I dated him. It was just like yesterday, so to say. So I'm like, I am so sorry this happened and everything that went on with the abortion. And he was like, just kid stuff. It was just kid stuff. And I was like, I had started healing from this and I was just like, oh my goodness, it felt like a slap in the face or a punch in the stomach. Kid stuff? No, it wasn't kid stuff. This was really serious. But yet I know like he meant, it don't worry about it kind of thing. So to have a different side now, to hear a man say it destroyed me was very eye-opening for me today. Very eye-opening. And then as we talked, this guy said he would have been 14. My son would have been 14 by now. So, just the truth of seeing another man's perspective and that he lives with that. He lives with knowing he would have had a son. Um, and it's just mind blowing to see a man who cares, a man who actually cared enough to care about his son, to still think of him. So we haven't gotten on the man's part of this yet a lot. We've been talking a lot about women with abortion and trying to help women, but we're not doing a lot for helping men with what they went through, right? So, so I think that is one area that I will be opening up to in my life to be talking about that and looking at a man's side and helping there. And then I had talked to someone else about my abortion story. And as I went through stuff, she had mentioned my hormones. And I'm telling you, ladies, I have never put this piece together with my abortion. When you have an abortion, right, we know that you are supposed to be having a baby. So your hormones change completely when you're pregnant, right? So to think about this piece, that your hormones, when you lost that child, um, through abortion, which is so unnatural, it's not like the body just you had the baby and the your body's naturally dealing with hormones, but think about the hormones that must have gotten totally messed up when not only was your body invaded, right, unnaturally, not only was your baby killed, but all the hormones in your body that must have been a mess. And when she mentioned this, I'm like, I never even thought of that. I never even thought of this piece because you just are taught to sweep this under the rug and move on, right? So women deserve more care, guys. We deserve much more care, and so do men. So I will be going and exploring more of how abortion affects women too with the hormones. I mean, this is just something that I don't think the medical society has dealt with at all. So be open as you heal. And I'm telling you, I don't think I could have had a conversation with this man before. But as I've healed, God does not give you more than you can handle. So as you heal, you become stronger and you're able to, pull back the onions, pull back the peels, and be able to talk about things even more. So, someone had said to me, that was very selfish of your father to be a part of that. And I said, well, where my aunt had so much shame growing up in a situation where she had a baby out of wedlock, I think he was really trying to protect me from that. And she's like, still, that was so selfish. And it is. And especially when you see other people and you talk to other people who have been adopted. And for me to sit there across from somebody, and this isn't even, I was a teenager, I was a minor, I didn't even know. But this is, I think, different for women who do know. But to sit across from someone who had been adopted, and if that abortion went through, that person across from you wouldn't have been there. That is a not another eye-opening real life situation I've had. So I think it's really important for women who have had abortions to you got to go through the healing. I just don't think there's any way around it. And where I have had healing, when things come up and I'm like, oh yeah, I never thought about this or I never thought about that, the foundation is already there. Even to talk to a guy, and it's getting warm in here just because I don't know. I feel like uh, I keep going from getting warm to cold. Anyways, even to talk to a guy who talks about his pain, I'm like, "Are you gonna feel guilt for this, Melissa?" And I'm like, "No, no, it wasn't on me. So why would I feel guilt?" But if I had not had that foundation of healing, I don't think I would have ever talked to a guy about abortion. So you really want that, ladies. You want that foundation of healing. And even as I shared my story, a feeling like when I couldn't have kids, I felt like God was punishing me. So it is a huge spiritual battle, huge. And you, like I said, unless you have support, you're not going to be able to just let those things slide over your head and be like, yeah, I understand, his story. I understand how he could be really devastated as he was and destroyed, actually went to drugs to deal with that. I understand it. And if you didn't have the healing, I was thinking if I didn't have that healing, how would I have responded to him? I probably would have been like, um, you know, feeling guilty or being like, well, it's your own problem, don't give me the sad story or whatever. So, because that's what women are doing right now. They're just blaming men. They're just like, oh, it's all the man's fault, right? And they have no responsibility. So, get that healing so that you can be used by others to help them and comfort them. So, that's what I wanted to share. What else was I thinking about? There was something else I was going to say about abortion. Um, yeah, we just want to make this. I saw Lila Rose the other day in a video saying, I think it was the March for Life. Yeah, let's defund Planned Parenthood. And she has it right, guys. We need to defund this organization. There's no reason why 700 million could not go to pregnancy centers. Why do why do we not do this, right? And again, making it political, it's not a political issue. It's more like a family issue, if anything. And as I was reading something, the more stronger our communication is, the stronger relationships are. The stronger the relationships are, the less we're going to have broken relationships and we will have stronger families. So I really think communication is going to be a huge part of this. I will be talking on a podcast soon. I'm signing up for that. I signed up for another radio show to talk about abortion, and then it looks like another radio station is in the works with me to talk about abortion. So I am getting myself out there, although it's not. I tend to be an introvert, and I tend to stay kind of on the quiet side of life, honestly. But this is a ministry where I want to help other people, so I have to push myself out there. I am not seeking fame. I am not seeking fame in a bad way, but I am seeking to be well known for being able to help people deal with this, especially women, to deal with this and help them to have the hope that is in Christ. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys.